Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It is the end of 2025, so it is officially that time of year to do my end of year collection video. I've been looking forward to doing this video for a really long time now. This has been a big year for Twice. So Twice has given us a lot to talk about, but let's just dive right into the collection and we can talk all about Twice as we go through my collection. I think one of the biggest changes I've made to my collection would be the binders that I store my photo cards in. I used to have what I now believe to be not so aesthetically pleasing binders, and I now have upgraded almost all of my collection to Alt Bias, formerly known as Prism Platinum binders. My main Korean album photo card collection are all stored in their Astro and Wanderlust duo binder series. As much as I would like it to be, this is not a paid sponsorship. Alt Bias, if you're watching this, I would love to work with you. I purchased all of these binders with my own money. So as I go through each of my binders, if I have a new binder, I will show it off to you. So this is the first of the Astro and Wanderlust. I think this is the Wanderlust version of the binder. I just feel like it has made my collection feel so luxe and just beautiful and special, just like I wanted it to feel. So I'm really happy that I upgraded my binders this year. I also upgraded my Larger Inclusions binders. So when I get to those, I'll tell you all about them, but let's get into the photo cards. So for anyone that is viewing my channel maybe for the first time, I collect OT9 Twice. I am starting in chronological order from The Story Begins. I feel like a lot of people have already seen a lot of these OT9 sets already through some of my other videos, so I may not stop and pause on each page for too long. But for The Story Begins, I did decide to just collect the regular photo cards. They also have baby photo cards. Someone recently in the comment sections of one of my videos asked if I was ever going to collect the baby cards for this era. The honest answer I have is no. I don't foresee myself collecting the baby cards. They're all such cute babies, but I just don't feel the need to have them in my collection. They can be kind of a pain to collect, but who knows? I say a lot of things and then I don't do the things I say, so it's possible I will in the future. But as of right now, I don't foresee that happening. Then we get into page 2, and I have all 3 of the OT9 sets for that, including these units and the lenticulars. When I first started collecting page 2, I chose to only collect the lenticulars because I just love their music video outfits in these. And then I collected this set because I feel like these outfits are pretty iconic. And this is the last set that I collected the most recently. Then going into that, this is one of my favorite and oldest parts of my collection is my Twice Coaster Lane 1 collection. I have the pre-order set, the holo set, the Halloween selfies, which I am so proud of, a very prized part of my collection. And then I also have the monograph set. As I'm flipping through, I did want to talk about a really big milestone in my collection journey this year, or maybe not as much my collection journey, but my journey as a creator here on YouTube. At the end of last year, one of my goals that I set for myself was to hit 1,000 subscribers. At the time, it definitely felt like something that I probably wasn't going to achieve by the end of this year, but I wanted to set the bar high for myself. At the end of 2024, I was sitting at, I think, somewhere between 500 subscribers and maybe 600 subscribers. And as of November of 2025, I am officially at over 1,000 subscribers. so crazy. I'm sitting at a little over 1,050 subscribers. I truly never thought that I was going to achieve this milestone within a year because I have been filming videos for YouTube for 4 years now, and my channel did not grow as quickly as it has within this past year. So I never really imagined that many people would ever want to subscribe to my channel or watch my content. I really just started this channel as a way to just document my collection and my journey collecting. It was more of like a fun thing for me to do. And if anybody else watched it, that was really cool. I am genuinely so grateful and so thankful. Obviously, it's not like a ton of subscribers compared to other channels, but considering that my channel is kind of niche in that I only collect Twice photo cards, the fact that I have that many subscribers for me is a big deal, and I'm very, very proud of that. So thank you so much to everyone who subscribes and watches my channel. I really do appreciate it. So here is the first page where I am missing some photo cards. I've said in a few videos that Signal has just proven to be a very difficult era. I don't know why. I'm almost done with this set, which will be the last OT9 set that I need to complete Signal, and then I'm officially done with Signal. I think I'll find them soon. Definitely by the time I'm filming my next collection video at the end of 2026, I have a feeling I will have this set complete. 2025 has definitely been, I would say, a rough year in some aspects, specifically for those of us living in the US. I definitely feel like 2025 has been a difficult one to get through, but I have had some highlights this year, one of which I shared on this channel, which is that I got married this year, which was just a wonderful, joyous moment. I always point this out, but this is one of my favorite spreads in my collection. I just love the way that these two OT9 sets look together. Moving into Merry and Happy. This is another era that I still have not yet completed. I just need this one Jihyo photo card, but once I have Jihyo and this OT9 set complete, then all of Merry and Happy will be complete as well. With Merry and Happy and Signal eventually complete, this whole section, the story begins all the way through Merry and Happy, I will have officially collected OT9 for, other than the baby cards, which I kind of just like, I don't know, in my mind, I just don't count them. Once I finish this Merry and Happy set and this Signal set, I will fully be complete for OT9 Twice photo cards all the way through Merry and Happy. Another thing to shout out about Merry and Happy is that this year I got the Merry and Happy monograph, which I'm really excited about. I got one other monograph set, which I will point out later in the video, and the only monograph that I now do not own for all of Twice's monographs is their page 2 monograph. I haven't been looking as hard for it just because it doesn't come with an OT9 photo card set. It comes with postcards, but I would just love to have it just so my physical monograph collection is complete. And then of course we are waiting on them to do monographs for Strategy, This Is For, and now 10 The Story Goes On. I'm curious to see if they'll do a monograph for 10 The Story Goes On, since it is a special album. But they did a monograph for The Year of Yes, and that's a special album, so I think they'll do one, but I am curious to see when they'll start rolling those monographs out. So then after that, we go into What Is Love, and I have always loved Twice's What Is Love photo cards. I just love this era, and I love the photo cards in this era. So I did do some expanding to my What Is Love collection this year. Specifically this page, which sadly is not complete yet. Once again, I just need Jihyo for this set, but I think it's gonna look really good when it's done. And I think the rest, I can't remember, but I think I started collecting this set this year as well. I added 2 OT9 sets to What Is Love this year, and I'm toying around with maybe collecting the other set of them in their prom dress looks. Not fully sold, just thinking about it, might do it, not really sure. This year has also definitely been the year of the great debate of should I fully collect OT9 or not. It's definitely something that I continue to go back and forth about. There are some sets that I just don't feel as like strongly about that I need. And I definitely feel like if it's not something that you genuinely want, it's not worth spending the money on. That is okay with me. But I think one thing that I've learned is that as much as I love Twice, I also love the hobby of collecting. And so when I run out of things to collect, it's kind of sad because I enjoy the hobby of collecting. And especially this year, I would say collecting and being a fan of Twice is definitely something that I kind of use as a source of joy and escape when a lot of things in the real world can feel, you know, kind of stressful or kind of scary. And I think having something to feel passionate about and to make you feel creative or connected to a community is so important right now. If it's something that helps make me happy, I'm kind of okay with adding on to my collection. I always think it's so crazy that when I started my collection, I really just wanted one OT9 set per era, and it has grown into this, I think, really beautiful collection that I'm really proud of. And it's just crazy to think how far I've come the first time I, sat down and started to collect some photo cards. For Summer Nights, the addition that I made to this era, I think is these two. Yeah, I think all of the other sets I had already. Maybe the glitter border set. I can't remember if I had that one last year, but I know for sure that I didn't have these two. And I completed these two this year, and I think they look really nice in a spread together. I guess that was kind of like the theme of this year for me. I typically had set a lot of strict rules and guidelines to my collection that I hard and fast would not break. And starting last year into this year, it kind of became the era for me of like no rules. I do what I want and I kind of collect how I want. I've really enjoyed the freedom of not being bound to specific rules for my collection. Have to point out that I have the Summer Nights monograph. Every year around the holidays when I'm buying Christmas presents for my friends, family, and loved ones, I always reward myself by getting myself one present, something that I've been wanting for a long time, sort of just as like a little treat for myself of like, you did it, like you got through this year, good job, sweetie. Usually the past couple of years, it has been a monograph. So last year, I got myself the Summer Nights monograph, which is pretty hard to find and one of the more expensive ones. I'm not exactly sure why it's like more sought after than other monographs. This year, I could have looked to get the page 2 monograph, but instead, I bought something else that I have been wanting for a really long time to add to my collection and haven't really found. I found someone selling a like holy grail item that I have been wanting for a really long time. So I finally have the Twice original candy bong, which I am so excited and happy to have. I already have their 2 most recent candy bongs, the version 2 and then the infinity version, but I have always really wanted to have all 3 of them, and now I finally do, and I'm so excited to have it. It's so pretty when it's lit up, so I am very, very excited to add this to my collection this year. Along with that, I also bought another Twice Infinity candy bong light stick because I am going to be taking my husband to his first Twice concert when they start touring in the US next year, which is so exciting. I wanted to have a light stick for him to hold as well. I'm saying it's for him, like it's his light stick, but it's mostly for me because I want to try my hand at maybe customizing a light stick. So I bought a bunch of rhinestones and I'm going to hopefully make a really beautiful custom light stick. One of the things that I finally completed in my collection this year is my hand card set, which is not necessarily supposed to be a super exciting thing, but it's something that took me a while, like longer than it should have been, to collect. And I just love the way that this OT9 set looks with the hand cards next to it in this spread. And then I just need to complete these two OT9 sets. I just picked them up this year, sort of towards the end of the year. I think they're gonna be pretty easy to find. And then I just have the monograph for Yes or Yes. So that is everything for my first Korean album photo card binder. And now we'll get into my second one. All right, so here we are with binder number 2. And what's actually kind of crazy is I was counting how many binders that I have, and I actually have 9 binders just for my Twice collection, which is very, very crazy because when I first started my Twice collection, I had one binder. It was a 1/2 inch binder, not even a full inch binder, just a 1/2 inch. And now I have 9 binders. So clearly my collection grew a lot more than I ever expected it to. So this binder starts off with the Year of Yes. This is one of my smaller collections. I still just need one Mina photo card to complete this. I'm not collecting all of the photo cards. I just decided to do a set of 2 OT9 sets, one that has more of like their outfits shown off, and then one that's a little bit more close up. And then the last monograph that I have collected is their Year of Yes monograph. And then after that, I just need page 2. And I can't wait for them to come out with the rest of them. Then after that, we go into Fancy. And I have a few things that are new for this. I think I started collecting the letter set this year. I had this one, and then I started collecting the line border set this year as well. And I'm also collecting their other, where is it? They have another OT9 set that has their names on it. I'm collecting that. I have a bunch of those already. Those I will be putting away in my next storing photo cards video starting in 2026. And I still have to find these ones. Other than that, Fancy is pretty complete, including my beautiful ring pop set. A lot of times when people look back on things, they'll sort of ask you for what is your peak and what is your pit, or what is your rose and your thorn for each year, basically being like, what is like a high this year for you and what is a low this year for you. Obviously for me, a high this year is getting married. I think that maybe a lower point this year, specifically when it comes to Twice, is that I did not go to see them at Lollapalooza. I don't have a lot of regrets in life, but not going to see Twice in Lollapalooza, I think will always be a big regret in my life. They put on such an amazing performance and I loved watching it at home with my husband, but I can only imagine what it would have been like to be there live and in person for a one night only special performance from Twice. So moving into 2026 and forward, I think I have definitely decided that I want to be less, I think maybe less cautious, less timid in the way that I make choices in my life. Seeing them at Lollapalooza would have been something that I know that I would have loved and would have had an amazing time doing. But I sort of let fears of the financial expense of traveling to another city sort of stand in the way of enjoying myself. And I do not want to let that happen anymore. So if Twice ever comes back to perform at like another music festival, bet your bottom dollar I will be there. Before I go through past Feel Special, I did want to show that this OT9 set is a new one for me. I really obviously love Feel Special. I wanted to add some more OT9 sets to my collection. I think I'm going to add another set of them in these gold and pink outfits. I chose which one I'm going to add. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think they wrote like Feel Special on them, and that's the set I'm going to collect. But I also really like the ones with their, it has like a gold border on the bottom and it says their name. So I might also consider that as well. We'll see. These last 2 years have definitely been the years of spreads for me. I love setting up these spreads. Sometimes it looks really, really cool, like this set, when you have them sharing the spread. Then after that, we go into More and More, which is another really special era for me because it was the first era that I got to experience promotions for a new album at the time that it was happening. This is also one of, if not my most prized and favorite parts of my collection. I just love these OT9 sets so much, and I think they look so good in a spread together. If there was ever a time where I had to limit how much I could have in my collection or downsize, these are like two of the first things that I know that I would never ever let go of. I love these so, so much. And then I added this set to my collection very recently. I told this story already in another video, but for a while I was sort of brainwashed into thinking that this OT9 set was not a good OT9 set because they were concept cards, but they really are so beautiful. And I think they look so nice once again in a spread with this OT9 set. So I'm really happy to have added that to my collection this year. I love these unit photo cards. I really, really think they need to do more unit photo cards for us, especially these like duo ones. They've never done this ever again, I think, since this. JYP, do that for us. Then after More and More, we move into Eyes Wide Open, which is an era that I've always said has, I think, my favorite photo cards for TWICE of all time. I really, really, really would love to expand my Eyes Wide Open collection, but the thing about Eyes Wide Open photo cards is that although the OT9 sets that I've collected are beautiful, stunning, gorgeous, Eyes Wide Open is kind of infamous for having a lot of OT9 sets that aren't cohesive. I don't really want to add anything that isn't cohesive looking, and the sets that I've chosen are beautiful and cohesive, and just based on these sets alone, I stand by my statement that Eyes Wide Open has some of their best photo cards. If you're including some of those others, yes, I understand why some people might not love Eyes Wide Open photo cards, but for me, Eyes Wide Open is top tier. Then moving into Taste of Love, I'm pretty content with my collection as it is. I have the lenticulars, and then I have one OT9 set of them in each of the concepts. I might want to get the OT9 set of them in these outfits where they're not holding their drinks, but for the, I think this is the Fallen version, I don't really feel a strong need to have the other photo cards in this concept, but for now, I'm kind of just happy with my Taste of Love collection as it is. The only other like major thing I would want to change is this page, which is kind of a mix of a lot of things. It's a group photo card page, and then it also has my Taste of Love keyring photo cards. I have been like desperately searching for years for Dahyun's keyring photo card. If I could get my hands on it, I would probably trade or sell my Momo away because I just wanted to have 3 to fill in the space. In a dream world, if I could have all of the keyring photo cards, I certainly would, but they are some of TWICE's most expensive photo cards. And yeah, that's everything that I have for Taste of Love and this binder. And now we will move on to my third TWICE Korean album photo card binder. All right, here we have my third TWICE binder. This binder starts with Formula of Love. So for Formula of Love, I also feel like I have mostly everything that I want to collect. I've got both sets of the IDs. I have the scratch cards. This is the only OT9 set in this concept. I am thinking that next year, in 2026, I am going to collect the other set of the Explosion version photo cards because I really do like this concept. So I'm excited to start doing that. And then this year, I added on the non-item set of the In Love. I think it's called the In Love or Full of Love, maybe Full of Love version, I can't remember. But whatever this version of the photo cards are, I added this set on, and I just need Jihyo, which is surprising for so many of my OT9 sets that I haven't finished. I still need Jihyo, and usually Jihyo is pretty easy for me to collect. So that's kind of ironic given that she's my bias. But yeah, I really, really love this concept. And so I kind of had to get the other OT9 set. Then starting with Formula of Love, I collect at least one POB or Lucky Draw set per era. So Formula of Love is kind of the first year they really started to get into doing POBs and Lucky Draws. So I have this set, which has them in their music video outfits, which they don't have any other photo cards in, and I really, really like. You'll see that this one is technically from a different set, but I liked Baekhyun's pose better in this one. And then after that, oh yeah, we have my toothbrush sterilizer OT9 set. Technically not album photo cards, but we didn't get anything else for the feels, so I had to have something to represent the feels in my collection, so this is it. Then moving into Between 1 and 2, I actually have Between 1 and 2 fully complete for OT9. I originally just had one OT9 set of them in each concept, but now I have all of them. So this year I added on this set, the archive set without the plushies. I had this one already, and for a while I really did not have any interest in collecting this OT9 set because I wanted this to just be the star of the page. But I just love Between 1 and 2 as an album and an era, and Talk That Talk as a song like so much. And these photo cards I got all for very, very cheap. So I figured why not, might as well add them. And I really don't think that having these here takes away from this OT9 set. If anything, I think it adds to the spread. Then after that, I had already, I can't remember if I had already collected both OT9 sets last year. Adding this set on was definitely a newer addition. I had originally collected the like phone set, and then I added on the like flowers and plants and vegetables set later on. But I think this spread is really, really nice too. And then because Between 1 and 2 is such a special era for me, I did collect two OT9 POB and Lucky Draw sets. This first one is kind of just like a mix and match of my favorite POBs and Lucky Draws for each member for this era, so they don't all sort of fit into the same styling for this one. But then for this OT9 set, they are all in the same styling, both of these being music video sets that we don't have photo cards for otherwise. You'll see that they all come from different stores, so the backs are a little bit crazy looking, but it doesn't really bother me that much. But from the front, I think these sets look really, really nice, so I'm happy with that. Then after the Between 1 and 2 monograph, we go into Ready to Be. Ready to Be, I also do not have collected fully OT9 for. I'm tempted to get the other OT9 set of them in this concept. That's kind of the only other thing that I would really want to add on to this collection. For this one, I added on the Target photo card set. Then after that, we have this set, and I could very easily, I think, complete the other OT9 set in this concept. Maybe someday, if I really want to fully collect OT9, I might. But for now, I'm content just having this set by itself. Like, the two OT9 sets really aren't all that different, so I don't really feel the need to get those. Then we have the Digipack set in the Moonlight Sunrise concept. These are some of my favorite photo cards for this era, probably my favorite OT9 set for the era, and I love the backs of the photo cards, and I love having unit photo cards. Please, JYP, give us more of those. And then after that, here is my POB and Lucky Draw set for Ready to Be. I had most of these photo cards already for a while. I think I got like Nayeon, Junghyun, and maybe Taehyun this year, as well as Jui. Jui's the last one that I got. I hope to maybe try to find a matte sleeve to make it less obvious that this is the only hollow photo card in the set. But I think when you look at like the images themselves and the colors, I think they do really go together very nicely. Then after that, moving into With Youth, we have my OT9 Bear set, which everyone loves very much. And then this is when they started adding on Nemos to their albums. So we have the Nemo concept cards as like spreads. This Nemo set is the only Nemo selfie set that I've collected for any of the Nemo albums. I typically don't collect those ones because they tend to not be that different from the album photo cards. But having these as crown photo cards was like a game changer for me, and I knew that I had to have them, and I purchased way too many Nemo albums just to complete this set. But it is another one of my like prized possessions. They are my queens and they are royalty, and so I just needed to have this. And so this is definitely another one of my proudest OT9 sets in my collection, both because it's just a beautiful set and also because I worked so hard to get it in the first place. Then after that, we have these sets, and I am one OT9 set short from having OT9 fully for this collection. They have another set in this concept. The photo cards are not that different from each other, so I didn't have a strong desire to collect that last OT9 set. Maybe someday I will, just to say that I've fully completed OT9 with Youth. Then after that, we have the Digipacks. And then for this era, I also collected 2 OT9 sets because I really wanted something of I Got You in my collection. And I really, really love this set. It's so cute. And then I also wanted to have one music video set for One Spark. And then after that, I just have the monograph and some group cards. That's everything that I have for this binder. All right, let's move into my last Korean album binder. Here is my final Korean photo cards binder for TWICE. We start this binder off with Strategy. And I will say, like, when Strategy first came out, I was not like the biggest fan of these photo cards, just because I felt like the styling wasn't shown in the music video at all. I really wish we had something that felt more like the music video and the album photo cards. But I definitely ate my words, because Strategy has proven to be TWICE's most cohesive era for photo cards in quite a long time, where they're all doing the exact same poses, and they gave us a lot of fun OT9 sets with items as well. And the digipacks for these, as well as the highlight photo cards, are so cute with all of their plushies. I finally this year completed the highlight Polaroids, which for some reason were a lot harder to find than the actual selfies. Then we have the tin case set that they released for, like, I think it was a pop-up store they did in Korea. I love this set. I wish they would do more things like this. Then I also have this POB Lucky Draw set. Whenever I say POBs and Lucky Draws, I never know if they're pre-order benefits. I never know if they're Lucky Draws. I never know what store they're from. I just know, like, oh, these were the photo cards that I thought were the nicest or the cutest or the best ones of them in their music video outfits. I can never remember where they're actually from, so I apologize if you were hoping to know where they're from. I truly do not. Then after that, this is probably the saddest page in my collection. I haven't talked about this on my channel at all. It was something that I was hoping would resolve itself, but it hasn't. There is a seller that I have used for many years to get photo cards that I can sometimes find a little bit difficult to find on my own. And they've helped me with my collection so much. And I have this page set aside because I was going to be getting a set of strategy OT9 cards in their like pink jumpsuit outfits. I paid this person for the photo cards, so it was going to take a while for them to get to the seller and then for them to ship them over to me. But this person has ghosted me and pretty much everyone that has bought photo cards from them for months, like a very, very, very long time. It's someone that I'd purchased photo cards from for years. They had always been a really trustworthy seller. This person has not responded to any messages on Instagram. People who have Twitter have been trying to contact them on Twitter. They're not responding at all. At this point, I can only believe that I just will not be getting this OT9 set that I paid for. And it's just very, very upsetting. I honestly don't know if it's like we're all being scammed or if this person just has like something going on in their life that's preventing them from responding to their messages. I genuinely hope that they're okay, but it is really, really frustrating for them to have taken money from so many people for photo cards and then not delivered those photo cards to people. I'm really hoping that this person does eventually fulfill the orders that they've taken. Then after the group card page, we move into This Is For. And for This Is For, this is when they did Polaroids for their Nemo sets. I personally am not like a huge fan of that, and I hope they don't do it again. But it did make for some fun, colorful spreads with my pre-order cards and the Polaroid Nemo sets. For This Is For, I am going to be collecting OT9 fully. I have some photo cards for this set, not all of them accounted for, but most of them. And then I completed both of these sets, and I recently just completed the Digipack sets as well. Then after that, we have the Confetti set. This one has proven a lot harder to collect than the highlight photo cards for strategy. I do have Chang and Sana now, so I'm just missing Nayeon, Momo, and Jihyo. Fingers crossed by the end of next year, I will have that complete. Then after that, this is a collection that I am not feeling super strongly about that I will complete in 2026, if ever. These are the Kpop Nara exclusive photo cards. We'll see. For now, I'm leaving it as is, but I think by the end of next year, if I'm unable to find the other photo cards for this set, I might pare them down to just a few of them. Then after that, I have my Pob and Lucky Draw sets for This Is For. In this concept, I would love to have the OT9 set of them drinking the iced coffee, but I found this OT9 set a lot easier to find, but I would love the iced coffee set. And then I have a set of them in their red outfits. This is technically a like Japanese concert benefit. It was just like an easy set to find that had them in these outfits, so I really just wanted to have something of them in these. This is my sort of miscellaneous group card and Nemo filler set. I'm hoping to get some more group cards for this page. And then after that, we go into their latest album, 10 The Story Goes On. I entered group orders for these photo cards, so I am missing quite a few photo cards for this era. I hadn't intended to collect OT9 for it, and I'm not even set up to fully collect OT9 for it. I'm going to have enough photo cards to collect OT9, so even though it wasn't my intention to, I guess I am going to collect OT9 because I've got enough to, so why not, I guess. I love the outfits because they're all in their solo outfits, and then I also really, really love the styling for the episode version, but a lot of the photo cards look very, very similar this era. So they're not exactly like Twice's most exciting photo cards, but I do like the concepts themselves. I just wish the photo cards were a little bit more different. Then on this page, I have both the episode version photo cards and the Party Lovely versions. I had wanted to collect OT9 for this because they have their cute party hats, but I'm thinking I might just limit it to doing like a top 3 page. At the moment, I've just kept my album polls, but eventually I plan to maybe rearrange it and do some trading just to do a top 3 collection. After that, I have my Barnes & Noble pre-order photo cards. I'm not doing as great with these as I would like to. Hopefully I'll get some more soon. And after that, I have my, still so crazy that I have this, my complete OT9 Kpop Nara exclusive set. Definitely didn't expect to get OT9, but I certainly worked hard for it. And then that is everything that I have for my Korean album binders. I definitely have a lot of rearranging to do, especially for 10 The Story Goes On. Once I get the rest of my albums from my group order, I'm gonna do a bunch of rearranging. I just haven't set that up, but that'll be something that I'll do next year, which I think will be fun and exciting to do. That is everything that I have for my Korean album photo card binders. And now we're gonna move on to my Japanese album photo cards, as well as my non-album photo cards. So let me get those binders. For my Japanese album photo cards and non-album photo card binders, I have Alt Bias's Bias and Bias Wrecker albums. These are really, really beautiful, very similar in like style and function to their Astro and Wanderlust duo binders, just in a different color and a different motif. So for my Japanese collection, this is probably one of the smaller parts of my collection. I only started collecting for Fanfare Forward. That's sort of around the time that I became a once and started collecting. So that's where I have. At the moment, I don't have a strong need to want to go back and collect anything before these eras. Maybe some like select things, but Japanese photo cards can be really difficult to get your hands on. So mostly this is gonna be, I have like Polaroids and stuff. So we start with Fanfare. Then I have Better, which is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Japanese songs of TWICE's. Kura Kura being probably my second favorite, if not tied. This is one of the only eras that I actually have the OT9 set for the actual album photo cards, because these were a little bit easier to find. We have Perfect World, Donut. This is hashtag Twice4. I just really, really liked the styling and the concept for this album. We have Celebrate. This is Hare Hare. And for Hare Hare, I decided to try to collect 2 OT9 sets for their album photo cards. They have so many album photo cards for this era. This one, I just need to get Momo for. I'm like dead set on getting this one specific Momo photo card. This one photo card that I want is just like so adorable and I need to have it and I haven't found it. Hoping by the end of next year it will be complete. I do already have this set with their member color feathers. Then after that, we go into Dive. I have one album set for Dive. Then this is hashtag Twice5. I don't have any album photo cards for this album. Then after that, I have one photo card set for Enemy. This is also technically a Japanese like benefit for going to one of the concerts, but it was them in their Enemy outfits, so I figured might as well get this one since it was easy to find. And then I have all of my Japanese group photo cards and Polaroids. And then I have some more Japanese group photo cards to add. I have them on hand. I just haven't put them away yet. You will see that next year. Yeah, that's everything that I have for my Japanese photo cards. Definitely probably the smallest part of my collection, other than maybe my solos and subunits. And now we will get into my non-album photo cards. Here are my non-album photo cards. We start this binder off with one of my favorite pages, which is this custom OT9 set I am collecting for their Yes I Am photo books. I have one photo card selected for each member. We literally just need Junghyun and Momo to release theirs. I don't know how soon we'll get either of Junghyun or Momo's, but hoping soon because I would love to complete this page. I just think it's a really fun page. Then after that, I started this year collecting this set, which is for their Twice Classic. I think it was like a Halloween fan meet that these were given out, and I wanted them for a long time, and I finally decided this year to start collecting them. I wish I had started collecting them earlier because they would have been a lot easier to find. Now I'm finding them a lot more difficult to find, but they're really pretty and I just love the styling. So I'm gonna take this one slow and see how it goes. For this binder, a lot of this is going to be either like concerts or anniversaries. So this is their 6th anniversary. It was like baking themed, I guess. This is for their 4th world tour. I have the trading card sets for this, one of them being the special photo card set. And then we also have the DVD OT9 set. Then after that, we have the 7th anniversary special photo cards and just this random Jihyo that I got my hands on. And then after that, we have their Twice Infinity Candy Bong Light Stick photo cards. And then we have their Ready to Be Tour concert trading cards. This OT9 set being honestly like one of my favorite ever. I know they're concept cards, but they're so cute and cohesive, and I just love how their personalities shine through in each of these. And I have 2 more sets, one of them being the special set. And then we also have, this is a VIP upgrade set from Japan, as well as this Polaroid set for the concert, also from Japan. Then we go into their 8th anniversary. Here's their 4th generation fan club kit, another one of my favorite OT9 sets. So good, top tier. Then we have, this is their 9th home round or home ground, I forget what it's called, but this is their 9th anniversary set. And for this one, I didn't get the special photo cards, which are the selfies, because the whole concept was baseball and you couldn't really tell that it was baseball themed because they were so up close. So I wanted something that showed off that it was baseball themed. So I got these ones. And then here we have my one and only Season's Greetings that I own, because Season's Greetings aren't a part of their like music releases. I don't usually collect them, but this concept was just so cute. I kind of had to get it. So this is the only Season's Greetings that I have. In the future, if they come out with another really cute Season's Greetings, maybe I'll get it, but I don't feel the need to get one every single year. Then we have their 5th generation fan club photo cards, another beautiful set, which has them with their lovelies, which I love so much. And then after that, this is their trading card set for their world tour in Korea. I'm not sure if they're gonna have the same concept for the rest of the leg of their tour, or if this was just for the ones in Asia. I'm pretty sure they're usually the same, but these ones specifically say this is for in Incheon, so that's kind of region specific. So I'm not sure if we're gonna get different trading cards for when they come here to the US. I just need to put Jihyo in here. I finally got her, but I haven't put her away, so I'll do that next year. And this group card is just holding her place, but I do have Jihyo accounted for. And then I have, I think this is another Japanese concert set, but I love that it had them with their member color backgrounds and their member light stick cover. And that's everything that I have for my non-album photo cards. And then we will move on now to my solos and subunits binder. Here is my solo and subunits binder. It is the only binder in my collection that I have that is a 12 pocket page binder. I was sort of inspired to do a binder like this for my solos and subunits because of Nayeon's debut album, Im Nayeon. She had 12 album photo cards total. And so I figured, hey, why don't I store this in a 12 pocket binder? I am planning on this year in 2026 expanding my M. Nyan collection. I really want to have a page of non-album photo cards for her. Then after that, we move into my first Misamo spread for Masterpiece. For a while, I just had this set for Masterpiece, but I decided I wanted to have a full spread basically for each solo or subunit release, which is why I'm collecting another page for Nyan, and I'm now collecting another page for Masterpiece. I have 2 of their event Polaroid sets, and I'm just gonna get one more to fill out the page, and that'll make a nice full spread, and I think that'll look really nice. Then after that, we have my Jihyo Zone collection. This is a mix of my favorite album photo cards, plus some Pobs and Lucky Draws that I was able to get. I am desperately in need of another Jihyo solo. Please, mother, bring us another solo. I need it so badly. I read recently that Nyan is already preparing for another solo comeback, which is also super exciting, but I would love to see Jihyo give us another release. And I know this is like definitely not like anywhere in the near future, but if Junghyun ever wants to do a solo release, I would be forever grateful. After Zone, we then move into Nyan's first comeback, which was Na. And then we have, this is when they started doing Nemos for the solos as well. So I have Nyan's Nemo set, as well as a couple of other photo cards. I think I have like a Target card and maybe, oh yeah, her Digipack card. And then here we have Jui's Nemo set, as well as some other miscellaneous concept cards. And then we go into Jui's main spread. Here we once again have her album photo cards, and then a mix of mostly Pobs and Lucky Draws with some album photo cards. And I think that looks really beautiful. And then after this, another sad page. So this is Misamo's Haute Couture. This page is a little sad for me once again, because I should already have these 3 photo cards, but it's from that same seller that has now ghosted me and will not return any of my messages. And I truly just don't know if I'm ever going to be getting those photo cards, even though I've already paid for them. And then after that, we have this spread. I do have an empty spot here, not because of that seller. I just haven't found Sana's photo card for the JYP pre-order set. Once I find that, this will be fully complete. And I think once both of these sets are complete, they're gonna look really nice. So I'm mostly happy with my Haute Couture spreads. Just wish I had the photo cards from that seller. And then after that, we move into Chaeyoung's spread. I just need this one album photo card. And then I have on hand, I have 1, 2, 3 Pob Lucky Draw cards that I've purchased. Just haven't put them away yet. And then I also have one more of her Digipack cards that I can add. I have them on hand, just haven't put them away yet. And then the last thing in this binder is going to be Chaeyoung's Nemo photo cards. And then I also have her Barnes & Noble photo card, her Target photo card, and her Digipack photo card. That is everything that I have for my solos and subunits. And it's actually everything that I have for photo cards. Everything else that we have to look at is just going to be larger inclusions. But stick around for those. I'm actually really proud of my larger inclusions collection. Here is my first binder for my larger inclusions. My larger inclusions binders also got a major upgrade. I didn't decide to go with like a name brand expensive binder for my larger inclusions, just because as much as I love my larger inclusions collection, it's not like I'm not as dedicated to it as I am with my photo cards. And I did use it as an opportunity to create some fun collages, both of which I sort of showed the process of making on camera in some previous videos if you want to watch those. This first binder is going to be my OT9 Larger Inclusion collection. The beginning of it is kind of sparse, I would say, because I really only started collecting larger inclusions, I would say, from more and more forward. Everything else is just like things that I could find. For Twice Coaster Lane 1, I just happened to find this sticker set, which I really liked, which is official Twice merch. I really like the Twice Coaster Lane 2 standee set. I just need to get Baekhyun's and then I'll have that complete. I do randomly have the fancy lenticulars fully complete. I hadn't set out to collect OT9 for them. I originally just had my top 3, but then someone who was getting rid of their Twice collection offered to gift a bunch of them to me, which was so nice of them. I really appreciate anyone who gifts anything to me. I really, really appreciate it, and I promise they're in a loving home now. For Feel Special, I don't have much, just 2 of the lyric books, and then More and More is sort of where I officially started collecting fully OT9. And then I have here some of their unit and group photo cards from both More and More and Eyes Wide Open that I felt like didn't really fit into my main photo card collection, but I wanted the photo cards, just they didn't fit into my main collection. So I put them here, and I'm gonna get more. So eventually this page will be full, and I'll probably have some on the back as well. Moving into Eyes Wide Open, we've got the message cards. This year I also completed, finally, how many years later? I guess 5 years later, I've now completed all of the mini folded posters. So I have them for everyone. And then we have Taste of Love, another era that I wasn't like planning on having everything OT9, but this one seller who is parting ways with their collection gifted me with a bunch of things that they didn't need anymore. Then we move into Formula of Love, and I this year got the complete set of their results file postcards, which is funny because I don't even have the results file photo cards, but I do have the postcards. And then we have all of the posters. I love when they do the group mini posters. I wish they would do them every single era. Then we have for Between 1 and 2, fully complete with all of that. I have 2 of these signed bookmarks. I have Junghyun and Baekhyun's, and I'm hoping to find Jihyo's. I've kind of been like putting off trying to purchase it. I really should just like bite the bullet and buy it. And then we have the photo strips as well as all of the posters. And then moving into Ready to Be, I have 3 signed postcards. I have all of these regular postcards fully complete, as well as this lenticular that's from the vinyl. I don't actually own the vinyl. I've been like tempted to get into collecting Twice's vinyls recently, just because they are really beautiful. I just like don't have the space for them, but I would love to maybe get into it. I don't even have a record player, so I'm not really sure what the purpose is. I'm still not complete for the Ready to Be posters. I just need Sana. I've needed Sana for a long time, but I just haven't gotten around to finding her. Hopefully I will find her before the end of next year, but everyone else is complete. And then we're moving into With Youth. I have all of these posters complete. And then I have 3 signed postcards for With Youth. And then these are the, I don't know what you call these, like film things. And I have the stickers. And then we move into Strategy. I have all of their ornaments. I think for Strategy, I actually have 5 signed postcards. I kind of went crazy with the signed albums this era. I have all of their folded posters. And then all of the digipack inclusions. And this is some stuff from the highlight version of the album. And then I also have this cup sleeve from the Kpop Nara event. I have the cup sleeve for the This Is 4 event. I have 3 signed postcards. These are the Nemo stickers. I have this is in theory complete. I just need to get Jui's. I secured her from someone. I just haven't had it shipped yet. It's going to be shipped with a group order that I have coming, but technically this will be complete very soon. Then for the posters, I just got Momo's. I put it in here folded because I haven't like formally put it away, but I have Momo's finally, and I actually have Mina's accounted for as well. I don't have it shipped to me yet. And then we have some more posters for This Is For, as well as the Digipack inclusions. Then we're moving into 10 The Story Goes On. This is my collaged character poster. And I have only a few. I think this is Sana's I just got recently, but I haven't formally put it away. I think I have Mina's as well. So eventually I'll have both Sana and Mina's to put away. And then I just have this poster that I cut up here for the episode version. I have these seal stickers. I have 1 or 2 more on hand that I just haven't put away. And now we're gonna get into my solo and subunit larger inclusions. So here is my solos and subunits, as well as non-album larger inclusions binder. I collaged this one this year as well, and I think it looks really cute too. And let's see, to start out, we have Nayeon's first album. For these, like, I try to collect as much as I can if possible, but I don't go out of my way to collect larger inclusions. If I can get OT9 based off of the amount of albums that I purchased, I usually will. But if I don't, I will only try to like complete OT9 if I can find things for really cheap. These are things that just happen to come with the number of albums that I had already purchased. So that was Masterpiece. Then we have Zone. Then we go into Na. Then we go into About You. For About You, I had extra Nemo photo cards as well as the lenticulars that just like didn't fit into my formal photo card collection. So I made this little page with some fillers from the Nemo album that I think look really, really good. And I'm actually very proud of this page. Then for Haute Couture, they really didn't give us a lot of larger inclusions, which was disappointing. Then for Lil Fantasy for Chaeyoung, I collaged this lyric map, which I'm really proud of. Then we have some of her posters. I recently just got one more digipack as a gift for Christmas. So I have another one of these posters. So that's gonna sort of change the layout a little bit. I recently entered a group order for something and the person had extras of these postcards that I guess they didn't want anymore. So they gave me a full set. So I decided just to make it a little back-to-back moment for these postcards, because what else am I gonna do with them? And then that is everything I have for my solos and subunits collection. Then we move into my non-album collection, which isn't a lot, but I have their 4th Generation Fan Club, which I love all of these inclusions very, very much, including the like Tamagotchi photos here. Then we have their 2025 season's greetings. And these photos I feel like really show off why I felt the need to buy the season's greetings this year. They just look so cute in this concept. I love it so much. The styling is so, so cute. And I have the ID photos as well. And then here is their 5th Generation Fan Club kit. I think it's just posters for this and maybe one other thing. Yeah, we've got like the house you can build as well as these stickers. And then that is everything I have like for my entire collection. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you again for watching and for subscribing. It really means so much to me collecting Twice photo cards and being a fan of Twice, and having this YouTube channel has become such a huge and important part of my life. And I really just want to thank every single person who has ever watched or subscribed or liked any of my videos. I really do appreciate all of the support, and I am very excited to go into 2026. I can't wait to see all of the things that Twice has prepared for us for the next year. Being a once in 2025 has just been chef's kiss amazing. It has been a wonderful year to be a fan of Twice, and I hope that 2026 is just as amazing for us. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you next year. Bye.